Hello everyone, Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. Hey, I wanted to prepare for my next video. I have this great idea, and I thought while I was preparing, I thought, shoot, I ought to show everybody kind of what I'm doing instead of just doing it in case somebody hasn't done this before. I am preparing this book to become an art journal. Not really an art journal. Let me tell you the little story of what I'm doing. I take care sometimes of one of my gardener customers. Her name is Nonnys, and she is 93, and she is a spitfire. She plays bridge probably 4 days a week, is always playing cards, absolutely adores it, and she is a poet. She writes poems when her family gets a dog. She writes poems when she sends a birthday present. She just writes poems for all of her loved ones. I told her she keeps these little poems tucked away, handwritten copies of them everywhere. And I said, Nonnys, you need a cute little book to keep those in so that when you're gone, somebody will be able to have your book of poetry. She said, that's a great idea. I said, I'm going to make you an art journal so that you can keep your poems in it. So I'm going to alter this book. I don't really want to call it an art journal. I'm going to call it an altered book, because I'm going to make little pockets in it. I'm going to make cute little tags out of cards that I've got to tuck in it and just to look cute. I'm going to put pictures in it that pertain to her, things she'll love, little ribbons. So while I'm making this for her, I thought I'd take you along on my journey. I have heard, I have not used a book that was glued together, because I've always heard if you're going to alter a book, get one that the signatures are sewn in, not glued. So that means when you find the center of a signature, you can pull on it. You can see the center of the signature will have the thread, and you can see where it comes apart, double paged. So I am taking apart all of the pages in here that I'm not going to need. That means I'm going to downsize this 200 and some odd page book down to where I can glue 2 or 3 pages together and make this a 10 or 15 page book. Okay? So I'm just taking out pages, pulling them out from the threads like that. And then when I get all of what I want out and made this book much thinner, then I will go through with Mod Podge and I will glue a couple pages together, sometimes 4 here and there. I'll make a folder. I will make pockets out of it to slide her little poems in. So come and go along with this little journey with me, and let's make Nonnys a book, okay, to put her poems in. And you guys may have the same thing. You may have love letters or poetry or just little things that you want to save, and maybe you want to grab you a book, get it prepared so that when we start, you'll have your book all prepared and we'll be ready to go, okay? See you in a bit. Bye-bye from Birdie. Right, I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge a few pages together. I don't know, I may have to take, oh dear, you guys. My paintbrush has seen better days, so it's so stiff I'm going to have to get another one. Dang it, I hate to do that because I get so attached to them. Okay, well, anyway, bye-bye to that one. I don't know if this is going to be a very good one or not, but okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing some pages together. And I like to put some wax paper behind it so that you don't get them all stuck together. Okay, you guys save all these pages that you ripped out, because those make great underpants, as Lori Marie Jenkins calls them. Underpants, she says, are not always seen, but they're very important. So those we use to Mod Podge down for backgrounds and stuff. So save those. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to start gluing some pages together. Right now, I'm just going to start with 3 at a time. And I'll get started here, and then I'll let you guys get started, and we will meet up when I'm done with this, because you do not want to sit and watch me Mod Podge all these pages together, I'm sure. And I don't know how to fast forward and do all the fancy music and bloppity blop blop yet. So I'm on a roll, you guys. This is my second video today. I am so darned excited. I'm sure the new will wear off and I will slow down, but I'm out here so much doing stuff that I might as well be taping it. Somebody may want to learn, see what I'm doing, or something. And I'm sitting out here talking to myself. Might as well be talking to you guys, right? All right, keep going. We'll meet back up in a bit. Okay, you guys, it's Birdie here. Okay, I've got my shirts on, Mocha Hush. I got my heater going out in the bird's nest, which is my art studio. And I'm waiting for it to heat up out there so I can go out and start filming today and finish up Nonnys' poem book. I don't know if you remember, but the last video we did, I was Mod Podging all the pages together to make her a book to put her poems in, my 93-year-old friend Nonny. So yesterday I spent all day out in the art studio putting the pages together so that when I sat down I'd be ready to grab what I needed and art with you guys. So I think I've pretty much done that, and today I'm ready to get at it. So I will get my coffee and meet you out in Birdie's nest. Okay, so we got the book finished, the pages glued together inside. Oh shoot, look what I just did. Anyway, now tonight I'm going to work on the cover. I've just got everything laying where it needs to be. Remember, this is for Nonny's poems. I don't know if I told you guys. I believe I did. My 93-year-old friend, Nonny. I call her Nonny because that's what her grandkids call her. She writes poems for everything. For people's birthdays, when they get a dog, whatever. Whatever the occasion is, she writes a poem. She's just got them handwritten, just stuck here and there and yonder, the copies of them in her house. And I told her, you know what, I'm going to make you a little art journal with pockets in them to keep them in. So this is my starting. I have cut out a piece of scrapbook paper for the back, an old book cover I've ripped up here, some lace. I've got a little bling bling because Nonny is all about bling. She is the coolest 93-year-old you'll meet. She loves to play cards. She plays bridge 5 times a week. I'm going to use some of these playing cards to alter and put them in little pockets inside. I have torn off a piece of old antique tape with a little metal at the bottom. I'm going to put that at the bottom of the book so that I can hang and dingle dangle off of it. I cut a piece of old sheet, sewed some of Nonny's fancy yarn on it. Nonny is a wonderful knitter. She knits scarves for people, and I thought I'd put a little bit of her little fancy yarn on there. I'm going to put this on to tie her little book shut. So I wanted to show you kind of my layout. I'm going to take this stuff to the sewing machine, and what I can, I'm going to sew together. The rest, I'm going to glue down. Note to self. I had started some tags for Nonny earlier. I glued them on, went to town to eat while they dry, and I come back and they popped right off. So I'm going to have to sand these cards a little bit. So when you guys alter playing cards, don't forget you probably need to rough it up. Or I also thought maybe I should have gessoed or clear gessoed. Maybe that would have given it enough tooth. So I may try a couple of each, and we'll see which one works the best. Okay, so I'll see you back here as soon as I sew and glue my cover together. Okay, I have everything put together on my paper. I have got my letters glued on and gone around with, I'm going to try something different. I normally love the Stabilo pencil, but it's water soluble, and I think I'm going to go over this whole thing with Mod Podge just to seal it all off when I'm done. And I didn't want it to smear, so I have tried this Peel and Sketch charcoal pencil. So we're going to see how that goes. I did a little experiment on my table. Seemed to go all right. We'll give it a whirl. Since this is all put on, what do you call that? Scrapbooking paper. I'm going to glue it on here with tacky glue because it's a little stronger than Mod Podge. Seems like to me that the thicker the paper, the harder it is to get Mod Podge to glue something down. So I'm going to use tacky glue, and I'm going to glue that down. And then I'm going to glue this over the top, which is going to be the tie. And then we're going to start working on the inside. These are not quite completely dry yet, but dry enough that I think I can start working with it a little bit. So I'm just excited to get it going. I think Nonny's really going to like it, and I'm just excited to get it finished so we can show her. I'm hoping she'll let us film her when I give it to her, just so that you can see who the little cutie is that's going to be getting this book. She is adorable. You know what? This is going to be hard to spread, so I'm going to blob a bunch on here. And then I think I'm going to attempt to put it on with my little card. So let's see how that works. What do you think? Oh, yeah. Glue spreading machine, people. That's the way to do it. So it's Friday night here in Podunk, Kansas. My husband and I go to our favorite pizza, wood-fired oven pizza place called El Vicino here in Wichita, Kansas. Every Friday night I mean, you know, I'm not saying we haven't missed some. Sometimes we miss Friday and we go on Saturday or Sunday. For probably the past 17 years. It's our date night. We try not to do anything else on our date night. So we did that tonight. We come home, and then my husband likes to veg out and watch his British shows on Acorn TV. And I like to come out in my art room and see what I can get mastered. So I'm glad you guys joined me on my Friday night. I'm gonna cut this, put this on here. I hope I have this on here so that there's glue clear out to the edge. Now, as Lori Marie would say, I'm gonna sit on this for a while. No, I am not, because my booty's bigger than Lori Marie Jenkins. So I'm going to put this under a heavy book and let it dry. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this over, so the whole kit and caboodle can dry. I'm just going to go right down the cloth. I'm only going in the center because I kind of want it to raggedy out on the edges. Just because I'm kind of worried, because she's really a prissy little gal, and I'm really a you know, destructive artist. I like everything to look worn out. Oh boy, I have a feeling I put too much glue on this. What to do, what to do, what to do. There we go. That'll probably dry stiff, but that's okay. It's okay. Press that down. Make sure it's straight-ish. And I'm going to put this under a book and let it dry. Then when it's dry, I'll bring you back and we will paint some Mod Podge over the top of this. How about that? What do you guys think? Mod Podge to just kind of, you know, I just feel like things need to be shiny and sealed, and I don't know. I just like that. Some people don't. They would call this done. I'm going to Mod Podge it. So I'll see you back here in a bit. Hello, everyone. Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. You know, I'll probably break in and out because in order to put these videos together, I kind of have to piece them together. Hi. So in the middle of a video, I guess you'll probably see, hello, Birdie the recycled hippie chick, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this to have fun, and I'm just taping myself, and I'm not professional. Geez, I wish I had a friend that lived close by me that I could have hang out with me and mentor me and show me what the heck I'm doing. But anyway, I'm going to pursue on because it's fun to me, so what the heck. This is my book that you guys seen me start. I have now put the cover on it, and I don't remember if I did that on video or not. So, I probably did not. I guess I ought to look back and see what I've done before I start another one. Anyway, I'm thinking I'm probably going to Mod Podge over this, and I think I remember saying that before, so maybe I did video it. And the reason I'm thinking that right now is because where I glued this doily on, I don't know if you can see it, but the glue is kind of shiny inside here and there pieces, and it kind of looks tacky to me. So I'm probably just going to go over the whole thing and Mod Podge it later. Anyway, yesterday I decided to experiment and glued a napkin down on this one. I'm going to do something back here with you guys so that when I shut it and, I don't know, staple it or glue it, I don't know, she can stick a little poem down in there. But today I'm going to find a couple pages that I've only got a couple pages glued together. Some of them I glued like 4. Here's a good set, because I don't need it so thick, because I want to put this little collage that I put together on one side, and I'm just going to glue it on. And I found this cute little envelope that used to have a hairnet in it, I'm sure, at one time. This is the way they came in the store. Cap shape, black hairnet, invisible as hair. I thought this would be cute to put, you know, tuck one of her little poems in. So I glued a little piece of, you know what, when you're on camera, you completely go blank. Scrapbooking paper. So I did that so that I could give myself a little tail to glue the scrapbooking paper under this page that I'm gluing on over here, so that the scrapbooking paper would hold the envelope in. Anyway, what I've got to do here is fold this down straight. All right, here we go. I took my Mod Podge jar in so that I could wash it out last night because it was really getting gummy. I didn't bring it back out. So here I am without my Mod Podge jar. So that's how that's going to be. Think that'll work? And then we'll decorate this side of the page here. Or should I flip it over and do it like that? I'm kind of liking that better. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. I think I'm going to do that. Let me grab my glue stick. I stuck it over here on my other table. All right. I never realized when I watch one of these videos how long it takes to get prepared. If anybody is out there who does their own videos, is this what you do too? Do you take a whole day to prepare and get everything ready so that when you're actually doing the video, everything is already cut and ready and all you have to do is video and visit? I would love to know. Because when I watch a 30-minute video, I'm thinking it's taking you about 30 minutes to do it. I'm actually jealous because when I do it, I sit in here in the evening and, you know, piddle all evening on one page. And now I'm beginning to see that it possibly takes you guys hours and hours to do one page like it does me. Alright, I'm trying to decide whether I want to glue stick that on. I think what I'm going to do is glue stick it, but around the edges put some regular glue just for some extra strength. Because I'm not familiar with glue sticking, and I don't know how long it holds. I'm thinking 3rd grade projects, they may pop apart, you know, in a month or two. I don't know. But I see a lot of you guys using glue sticks. And I have a lot here from my grandkids playing out here in the art studio with me. So I'm going to give it a whirl. This is just something I have. It's called Aleene's Tacky Glue. Not that I'm attached to it or anything, because it's just what I have. I'll probably say this a million times. You guys know I have cleaned out estate sales before in the past. And this was probably in a box of something. I did not buy it. So I'm just using it because it's what is on my shelf. The only thing that I'm absolutely attached to and absolutely love and would buy if I ran out of is my Stabilo All pencils and Mod Podge. Those are the only two things that I am addicted to. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there, let it dry, and then, you know, I may go tweak around the edges of it later. Nothing's perfect, and I don't care. Nonny will probably care because she's an elderly lady who is probably used to... She's pretty picky. Oh, shoot. I was going to piddle over here and put this lady on there. I might still. It's going to be a pretty close call, though, for her. So she was what I was going to do over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for some colors over here. I have some turquoise, some red, some yellows, and I'm going to make a background over here with those colors. So let's see here. What shall we start with? I'm going to start with... That says glaze. So I'm sure that's... Who cares? Let's just start with it. Let's start with some glaze, shall we? I'm taking it that glaze would be something that's kind of see-through-ish. But it's here and I want to use it up, and I don't care if it's see-through-ish because it's just going to be a layer for me. I think I'm going to kind of go over that little piece of white sticking through there. So, I don't know what kind of studios you guys work in. You know, it's amazing to me. I have this whole 2-car garage that I've turned into an art studio. And I've seen some of you girls throw a video together on the top of your dining room table. I've seen you throw videos together on the top of your bed, on a board laying on top of the bed. So don't get me wrong, I am very thankful for what I have. But it's cold out here. I'm going to dry for a second. I want some texture on here. So I think before I do my next color, I'm going to put some underpants on. Put some of these on there. Not as organized as I thought I was, am I? There we go. That ought to do me. Okay. My jar's in the house, so I'm going to have to use a bowl today. All right, now. That's another thing. I see these girls, you girls on here, taping your videos in these fancy clothes that don't have a lick of paint on them. And I want to know how you do it. I have paint on every single thing I own. I usually wear one pair of overalls, my painting overalls, but they're kind of, they aren't full pants. So, my legs get cold in the winter. So I just got my old sweatshirt on. And my good pants, hoping to goodness I don't get stuff on them. Okay. Now. I'm going to dry this just a teeny bit. I don't really care if it's too dry. I'm going to go on with another. I'm going to look for a peach. Oh my gosh. Pretty dang close. I'm going to go over that with a credit card. I don't know if it's any good. It feels like it's pretty thunking in there. Thump, thump, thumping. Yeah, it's pretty boogery, but that's okay. It'll... Why I squeezed it on there, I have no idea. Anyway, it'll add some texture. So I'm going to go over this. And I do not know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I'm just trying to get some other colors on there for layers before I add my lady. Okay, now, all right, now let's see where she would be. Proximity. I'm going to have to take it down right up to her shoes. Because I'm going to add a stencil with some texture paste. Over here where I've added my layers. Isn't she cute? It's an old magazine, like 1920 something magazine that I found, and I'm ripping it up. Can you believe it? But you know what? If you stick it in a drawer and nobody ever sees it, what good is it? I might as well tear the pages out, enjoy the images. I mean, Nonnys 93. Odds are she's going to remember this slip from a magazine. So I think she will enjoy it. I want to be able to get her fingers on there. All right. Now I'm going to find a little stencil so we can stencil over here and then knock the top of that texture paste with some of that turquoise-ish stuff. So, or maybe we'll just make the, maybe we'll just turn the, what's this called, modeling paste. Maybe we'll just dye it that color. It's not going to take very much. Let's see here. I think that's pretty close. It's probably going to lighten up, I'm sure. Whew, can you believe it? I'm turning my heater down. Okay, so let's stir this in. Turn our modeling paste into blue. See, if I had a friend who also makes videos to play with me, they could show me how to fast forward, and I can clip stuff out in my Adobe Premiere clip thing that I got on my phone. It ended up that my computer's not the right kind. I have a MacBook Air, and they say you have to have a Pro to be able to edit and stuff or download your videos. So I'm stuck right now doing this on my phone. I really want to make sure I don't do this over where my lady is, because I don't want to have to be gluing her on over bubbles. Definitely want to wipe that stuff off your stencil when you're done, because that stuff dries like cement. Okay, now, where she's at, I'm going to smear some of that, because I don't want to glue her down over roughness. All right. There we go. I think we can glue her down without messing up while that's still wet. Let's give it a try. So I started watching a video or movie on Netflix today. We don't have cable. We watch everything on our Roku. I am not spending money on... I'm in the country, so the only way I could do it is to get a dish. DirecTV or, you know, something like that. And I am not spending all that money and ended up watching maybe 5 channels. We have so done that in the past, and we're done with it. So we got a Roku stick, and we invested in Netflix, Hulu, and Acorn TV. The rest is free. So before I came out here, I started watching a movie called Mr. Church. It's with Eddie Murphy. He's playing a cook for a woman and her daughter. And I'm not going to tell you any more because first 15 minutes, if I told you what it was about, it'd spoil it. So, but it's going to be really good. I can't wait to finish watching it. But you know, when my husband said, "Hey, your shop is warmed up," then I got to hurry because it's propane and I don't want to waste the propane that's going into the heater. So, I'll watch the rest later. There. Now, we'll let her dry, and then we'll dollop around on the outside of it. That's going to be kind of cute, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to stop and dry this real quick.